So I want to talk about some of the people that you used to be associated with. The first is Gregory Scarpa, who was the main hitman for Colombo boss, Persico. Now, this guy had some aliases. Can you tell me what they are?
The Grim Reaper, that's the one I know of. Let me correct something. When you say he was the main hitman for Persico, this is another fallacy that people don't understand. When you take that oath and you come into that life, Vlad, you are capable of doing what needs to be done. And I got to be careful how I talk about this, because I'm not one of those guys that go out there and want to brag about, I killed 100 guys and all that nonsense. Okay, but you're expected, okay, to be able to do work when it's called upon you to do it. And you understand what I'm saying. We're all capable. Everybody is capable, or you wouldn't be part of that life. You couldn't take the oath if you weren't capable of doing that. Now, here's the way it goes. There are some people, you reach a certain level in that life. There are some people that are earners, and obviously it's important to earn money for the family. So if you have that ability and you know how to use that life to benefit you in business, to benefit the family in business, well, you're going to move in that direction. If you're a guy that's basically a hanger-on and you don't have that ability to earn money, well, then you're going to be called upon to do other things, because you still have to have a value in that life. So it's not that you're more capable. It's just that becomes your role because you're not capable to earn the money like other guys can. So yeah, I'll say this about Greg. Greg was both. Greg earned money. Okay, he was an earner in that regard. But he also, maybe I should say, he enjoyed doing the work. He enjoyed it. Me personally, I wasn't a big fan of Greg's. He wasn't just a real pleasant guy to be around, it was that way. And I was around him a lot because he was, we were on Carroll Street in Brooklyn quite a bit. But you know the story with him. A lot of it is exaggerated, but a lot of it is true.
Well, why was he called the Grim Reaper?
Because it seems like he enjoyed doing the work. There were some guys that honestly, they enjoyed doing it. I mean, that was their thing. And he, I think, falls into that category. And he wasn't a very affable guy. He didn't have a smile on his face all the time. He was very serious in that regard. So I guess that's why he got the name. I didn't name him, but, she certainly got that name.
Well, according to the FBI, they believe that he murdered up to 120 people.
Here's my feeling. Let me explain this. Guys that... I don't know where there's 100 guys in that life to kill. I mean, you don't kill 100 guys when you're in the war. In Vietnam, I don't know one soldier that can claim to kill 100 guys and he's at war. Where are these guys? How could you kill 100 guys? If you killed 100 guys, you'd wipe out the whole Colombo family. We had 115 guys. So, I mean, this is, it's beyond belief. Vlad, when somebody is telling you this, that every day they kill somebody else, every day they beat somebody else up, it's nonsense. Now, look, my father, allegedly, who was one of the main enforcers for the Colombo family, they only had him at 30 or 40. I guess he wasn't that capable, right? And that's according to the FBI. But even that, my father said, Mike, he's dead now, I can talk. He said, Mike, I killed a lot of guys, but it wasn't what the FBI said. My dad told me that. He has no reason to lie to me. We were both made guys. So how do you kill 120 guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going through the story. I guess in 1991, they say he committed 3 murders, but then they was suspected a minimum of 80 murders between the 50s and 92. And then in total, they're saying from 100 to 120 people were killed under this guy.
All right. I spent 25 years in that life. 25 years, Vlad. I can count on both hands the number of guys that I know that were murdered. I spent 25 years. I mean, that I personally have knowledge of. Now, maybe in the other families there was stuff, but one guy in one family, how could he kill 120 guys? I find that very hard to believe. Even if the family went to war. My dad was in the war, and he can't claim that many killings. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, do the math.
Well, he was also called the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot that one. Mad Hatter.
What's that about?
Again, the guy, he wasn't a likable guy, he wasn't an affable guy. He talked about, violent things more than another guy might have. So, some of these guys were crazy. I got to be honest with you. They were a little loony, and he falls into that category.
Well, I guess he became an informant for like 30 years.
That's what we heard. And boy, that was terrifying news, even for me, because, as a captain, I was around him quite a bit and we had a lot of discussions about certain things. And I said, man, this guy's going to put me in trouble too. I didn't know. So, yeah, when you hear that, it's like Willie Boy Johnson, who was in Gotti's crew. I was very close to him. I was shylarking money with him. And I heard he was an informant for years and years and years. I thought maybe I would have a problem with him. I never did, thank God. But yeah, it was frightening information when you hear that about somebody that was so close to us.
Right, because he was a capo for the Colombo family.
Yeah.
And you were a captain. So is that below a capo?
No, it's the same thing. Listen, the technical Italian mafia term is capo regime. That's it. Okay, but you shorten it to say capo. But the technical term is capo regime. That's what everybody, among each other, we called each other capo regime, soldier, boss, underboss, consigliere. That's how we spoke among each other.
Okay. And I guess Scarpa, as he was working with the FBI, he was tied into the whole Mississippi burning story, where I guess the FBI brought him to Mississippi to go hunt down the Klansmen that were involved in the murders, and he actually managed to do it.
That's correct.
Yeah, crazy. He eventually contracted HIV,
Correct.
and I believe he died of AIDS, right?
He did. He died of AIDS.